Going to recruit because...
Oh, I've always recruited.
All right.
I've always recruited. I mean, I don't know. Is this something new? I've been recruiting. I've been trying to get guys to come play with me since like 2007. I've got rejected a lot, but I've also have not got rejected.
That's right.
A lot of
Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Become Successful with your host, Yemi Osho. On this episode, I bring to you an important personality in person of Lebron Raymond James. Lebron James was born on December 30 of 1984 in Akron, Ohio, United States of America. He is an American professional basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers. He has won the NBA championship in 2012, 2013, 2016, and 2020. He is also the most valuable player of the championship in 2009, 2010, 2012, and 2013. Please sit back, relax, and listen to Top 10 Success Tips by Lebron James. YouTube, welcome to my channel, Become Successful with Yemi Osho. On this channel, you will have the privilege of listening to top 10 success tips by renowned individuals all around the world. Every episode promises to be a great one. You don't want to miss it. So, kindly subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell so that when the next video drops, you will be able to have it. See you on the next episode.
Because of you, I got many haters. I'ma give wine for your guy. Baby, waiting you define for your life.
feels good, and I'm looking forward to it.
How hard was your decision to leave? Because we're sitting here in this school that I know you're opening this in Akron, Ohio. It means so much to you. You've talked about how much Ohio means to you, how much Cleveland, the Cavaliers, has meant to you. How tough a call was this?
No, it's kind of a bittersweet, a moment right now. Sitting here, in my school that I'm opening, around these kids, around this community, and then at the same time, making the switch to the other coast, being a part of, the Lakers now. So, it's always a tough decision when you leave home or you leave an organization that you've been with for multiple years. It's tough, to leave the first time I left. When I left Miami, leaving Cleveland once again, definitely tough, but, it's a decision that, was best for me and my family. And we're all, I think both sides feel great and appreciative of the moments and the time that we had spent together.
So tell me what it was like to be one of those kids. What did you walk around thinking was possible for you, was not possible for you?
You didn't know what was possible for you because you kind of always paid attention to the statistics, and and growing up in the inner city, the numbers are always stacked up against you. So you didn't really know what was possible. I think what happened for me is that I got some mentors and little league coaches and some teachers that I kind of started to believe in, and they started to make my dreams feel like they could actually become a reality. So, like I said, we're starting with 240 kids, 120 in third grade, 120 in fourth grade, and I believe that's where it kind of all started. And that's where it started for me. In the fourth grade, I missed 80 days of school, and that following year, I met a family in the Walker family, and they had a support system. I met some little league coaches playing basketball and football. And the following year, I didn't miss one day of school. So I feel like this is the point where, we can kind of get into the minds of the kids to let them know that we're here for them. And I think that's what kids ultimately want. They just want someone to feel like someone care about them, and that's what we're trying to, do here.
People hear that number, but I'm not sure they can really feel what weren't good at sports.
Yeah.
And your foundation has done tutoring and support and all kinds of shoulder programming. But how did we get to a school? Because we are sitting in an actual school.
Yeah, how do we get to a school? That's what we all trying to figure out, right? I mean, you were around when it was just a 5-mile bike ride.
Yeah.
When we was doing the bike-a-thon. And I think it just shows growth from me as a basketball player as well. from the bike-a-thon to who I am today as a basketball player, and it shows the growth, throughout our foundation of how we can continue to get better and better and better, and kind of just like not having a ceiling. I don't have a ceiling to how much I can improve on my game, and we as a foundation don't have a ceiling how much we can improve our community, and to a point where we have a school. Like, we literally have a school. It's not a charter school. It's not a private school. It's a real life school, in my hometown, and this is pretty cool.
I mean,
it's pretty cool.
Crazy to sit around
absolutely
and look around here. One thing. Track off that, because those comments came because you were critical of the president.
Right.
And I wanted to know why, while you do things like this, it's also important to you to use your voice to stand up for kids like that, even as high as criticizing the president of the United States.
Well, for me, I have a voice, I have a platform, and I have so many kids, and not only kids, but also adults and everybody that kind of look for guidance. And look for someone to kind of lead them in a time where they feel like their voice isn't powerful. And when you see something that's unjust, or you see something that's wrong, or you see something that's trying to divide us as a race or as a country, then I feel like my voice can be heard and can speak volumes. And especially coming from a point of sports. I live in sports. Without sports, we wouldn't be all here. I wouldn't be talking to you, Rach. You wouldn't be interviewing me. And, sports is like, it stops race. Yeah. Every race comes together to fight for one common goal, and that's to win and to have fun and to have camaraderie and things like that. And for someone or a body of parties to try to divide us by using our platform of sport, sport has given me everything that I can ever ask for. I couldn't let that happen. By using my voice and letting the youth know, and the people that need the guidance know that I care for them, and I'm gonna be their voice, and it's passionate for me because, like I said, sports is just the ultimate, to bring people together. So that's what I'm here for.
Can we expect is this exciting goal for you?
Yeah.
I want to know why you picked that over going to a team that was closer to winning a championship now, because those are two different things.
Oh, absolutely, and I definitely thought long and hard about the possibilities of lining up alongside Ben and Embiid, or lining up beside Harden and Chris. I felt like at this point in my career, the ultimate for me, just like when I went to Miami, everyone kind of looks at me joining a super team, but if people look at, I think Miami was 35 and 47, the year before I joined that team. And you can look at the Lakers, record from. So I like the challenge. I like the challenge of being able to, help a team get to some places that they haven't been in quite a while. And obviously the Lakers haven't made the playoffs in a few years, but the Lakers organization and the historical franchise matches up there with all the greats. You can look at, the Cowboys, and you can look at the Patriots. You can look at Manchester United, Boston Celtics. These are like historical franchises, and for me to be a part of that, it just, I think it's a great moment for not only me but for my family and for the history of basketball in general.
You've made a long-term commitment to these guys, 4-year contract. How confident are you that sometime in these 4 years you will be in the finals again? You could win another championship.
That's the goal.
That's not my question.
Listen, I plan and I train and I set my mind every single day to play for championships. And Magic and Jeannie and Rob, and they believe the same thing, and that's what their goal is too. So when you're around people who have the same goal in mind, then you can live with the results.
Time in nearly a decade, you are not playing in May and June. What do you think that's going to feel like?
I don't know. It's going to be different. I mean, I've thought about it every year from the time that I made the postseason. I mean, made the finals in 2011. I'm like, man, I got to get back to June. And 13 happened. I'm like, I got to get back to June because I don't know what to do with those 2 months. Those thoughts creep up into my mind. Is it like, okay, is it more training? which is all I know. Is it more vacation time? But at the end of the day, I prepare my mind, and I prepare my body, and I prepare my game to play in the June. And if it happens, I'll be ready to go. If not, I'll be ready to do whatever I need to do to stay prepared for that next season.
Well, Dwayne Wade, at least in this last half decade, you need at least 2 elite players to win a title, or maybe 4 or
maybe
5,
4. Yeah.
but at least 2.
Right.
On this Lakers team, you're not only the only elite player, you are the only all-star.
Right.
How important is it to you that whether it's this season or this summer, this team gets another elite player?
That would be ideal. And I think you've heard, from the front office that their ideas and what they believe what we can do. And that's going to be my job as well. I'm looking forward to when, guys come up for free agency. I'll be at their doors. I'll be on their phones, seeing how we can continue to help this franchise become an elite franchise and get back to the mountaintop again.
So you're going to recruit because...
Oh, I've always recruited.
All right.
I've always recruited. I mean, I don't know. Is this something new? I've been recruiting. I've been trying to get guys to come play with me since like 2007. And I've got rejected a lot, but I've also have not got rejected.
That's right.
A lot of people didn't want to come to Cleveland. Let me just throw that out there.
So you don't feel it was you?
No, I don't feel that it was me. I would try to recruit so many guys to come to Cleveland, and we actually had a couple guys, and it just.
Tell me now. Don't wait for the 30 for 30. Tell me now.
No, I don't. But it wasn't hard getting guys in Miami, I'll tell you that. So now that I think, being in LA, I don't think it would be that hard to get guys here. But we got to win. And at the end of the day, it's all about winning. That's my job right now, is to show everybody that I can win with whatever.
Now, one of the think it's comfortable for other elite players to play with you. He called the media environment around you, quote, toxic. What did you think when you heard him say all that?
I was a little pissed off when I first heard it, to be honest. I didn't know where it stemmed from. So I was pissed. My family was pissed. My friends was pissed. We just didn't know why, at this point in time in the season that, my name or what I've done in my career was kind of talked about like that. So, I don't feel like it's ever been toxic around me. And when I hear toxic, I automatically thought like, toxic is like you don't want to be around that, because it's almost like a fatal disease. You don't want to be around that. But got a phone call from KD. We talked about it. He mentioned how he felt and how he felt the story took a twist. And as a man, I don't hold on to things too long. I'm too happy in my life right now, and I don't hold on to anything that will take away from my happiness.
So how did you two leave that conversation? Number 1 pick, LeBron James.
Who?
Still playing.
Never heard of him.
Yep. Darko Milicic, kickboxing in Serbia.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Number 3 pick, Carmelo Anthony, not currently playing.
All right.
Same for number 4 pick, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh.
Right. Number 5, Dwayne Wade, currently doing his last dance retirement tour. Then let's go 6 through 10. Chris Kaman, Kirk Heinrich, TJ Ford, Michael Sweetney, Jarvis Hayes. None of them in the NBA anymore. And yet here
are
you
you
are.
calling me old? Or are you saying I got longevity, Rachel?
Still
now, which one is it?
playing some of the best basketball of your career. I want to just read this. As we sit here right now, you are averaging the most points per game since you were 25 years old, but you were doing it while playing the fewest minutes you have ever played per game. So how come Father Time has caught up with all those humans and not you?
I mean, I don't know. I think I've always taken care of my body. I've always kind of worked like 24/7 nonstop. I mean, as long as you've known me, you've always known me to be, very adamant about how my body feels throughout the whole year, not just the seasons. I've beat the odds. I never put a ceiling. I never said how many years I want to play. I've already exceeded that, I guess. I mean, the life expectancy of an NBA player is definitely not 16 years.
Look at the rest of your draft.
Yeah, right. So I've never taken it for granted.
I know you've seen what I've seen, though, which is...
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Become Successful with Yemi Osho. If you enjoyed the content of this video, kindly like this video, share with family and friends, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and also smash the notification bell so that you can get notified when a new video drops. Thank you. See you on the next episode. Peace.